everybody. I am Brittany. Welcome back to Beauty by Brittany. Today we are going to be doing a super cool look. It's going to be a neon look with the newly released neon collection from Colourpop. I have the whole collection, the eyeliners, the lip oils, all 3 palettes. There's a hot pink one, a neon orange one, and my favorite, neon green. So that is the palette that we are going to be using today. I also did a crazy, kind of like a Colourpop unboxing, but I got all of their summer collection, the whole Lush Life collection, their Cabana Club collection. So I got this one, which is super cute, very fall-ish, even though it came out in the summer. This one is very summer oriented. And then I got a bunch of their neon, well, the whole collection, the neon liners. I got the Luxe Oil neon lip oils. I got 3 new Luxe lip glosses. These 2 are the Velvet lip glosses, the Luxe Velvet, and this is the Luxe Gloss. I don't know which one we're going to do yet. And then I got a bunch of blushes. They have 4 or 5 of these quads. They're the cheek palettes. This one is in Tea Cakes. So it's 3 blushes and a highlighter, which this highlighter is crazy. It's very bronzy, so that would be perfect for today because the neon palettes are all neon, but they're all neutral as well. So they all look like this with the neon in the middle and then neutral colors all in it. 5-pan palettes. I think they still have these available. I'm not sure, but this is what they all look like. This one has 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, and then the neon is matte. This one has 1 shimmer and the rest matte. This one doesn't have any shimmers. I'm kind of worried about that, but not really. This looks like a shimmer, but it's not. It's a matte with sparkles in it. I've created looks without shimmer, neutral looks, and just did like a little bit of brown on my brow bone and kind of just ran out the door. So I can do it. I don't prefer it, but it is what it is. I also got their brand new Act Natural mascara, and they have black and brown. I got the black. It's very popular. And then I got their Cheek Dew, which is a serum blush. I got their Cheek Blush Stick, which is a cream blush stick. And then which is probably what I'll use. I might even use this one. I don't know. And then I got a Super Shock blush, which I really like their Super Shock formula. So grab a snack, join us. We are just going to do a neutral neon fall-esque get ready with me. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. I pretty much did my base already. I've been watching some new makeup influencers. One that really caught my attention was, what is her name? I just looked it up. Holmes. What is her name? It's something Holmes. I I want to say Brooke, but I don't think it's Brooke Holmes. The other one I think is Brooke. But anyway, her last name is Holmes, and she is a makeup influencer on YouTube as well. And I was either watching Juicy Jazz or Kelly Strack or Babs Beauty, one of them. And on the side, you know how they always have like other videos related to what you're watching or what you always watch. Well, this girl, Holmes, that's her last name, popped out to me because one of her videos, the cover was a picture of her, and half of the picture was her with a horrible skin. I hate to say that, but such red skin. She said that it gets really bad when she's pregnant, and she's pregnant right now. And then the other half was of like a beautiful done up face, and it looks very natural. And I clicked on it right away because I'm who isn't going to be curious when they see this? I mean, her whole entire face was red, and then she went from that to that, which was the point probably of her video. But I clicked on it because I have problematic skin. I'm 32. I've had problematic skin my entire life. The only thing that helped was birth control when I was 18. Even though I wasn't doing anything until I was 21. But then I had kids at 22, and I haven't been on birth control since, and I still, break out here and there. Definitely not as bad as I used to, but I have very oily skin. That's why I started this channel, because the beauty influencers that I was watching, like Juicy Jazz and Kelly Strack and Babs Beauty and Tati, they weren't, I don't know if they have oily skin. They've probably said it. The videos I've been watching in the last year, I've never once heard them say that they have oily or combo skin. It's always dry skin. Everyone always has dry skin. I would never want to have dry skin, because dry skin means that you're just going to age quicker. When you have oily skin, Fumi, she is a African American woman who is also a makeup influencer, who has very oily skin. I started watching her because of that, because she did this video on oily skin. But that's why I started my channel, because a lot of these makeup influencers either have oily skin and won't admit it, or have dry skin. And there needs to be more focus on problematic skin, because not every makeup influencer's skin is perfect. I love Juicy Jazz, but her skin without makeup is flawless. Flawless. I wish my skin was like that, but it's not. We need to have more, not that I'm saying that I wish more influencers had nasty, problematic, pimply, oily skin, but we need to have more influencers that have oily combo skin, because there's so many people out there who won't admit it, that have oily skin, that don't know how to do makeup, that don't know how to put makeup on that skin, because their makeup just either slides off or gets so cakey because they use so much matte stuff that they don't know what to do. So that's mainly why I made my channel, is because I was sick of watching these popular makeup influencers that have dry skin or perfect skin. Not all of us look like that. So when they don't have makeup on, they look beautiful and fine. There's a lot of people who don't look good without makeup. And that was the whole point of my channel, is I like to make people feel good about themselves. I like to put makeup on people no matter what skin they have, and have them look in the mirror after they're done, which I've had people, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I've had people comment on my makeup constantly, and I'm like, my skin is oily, and it does peek through, even with the steps that Fumi taught me, to put your primer on and then put a tiny bit of setting powder on your face first before your foundation. So it takes longer for your face to catch up to that grease. Now, my face is a little shiny, and I put this on about a half an hour ago, and I'm still baking. So, I created this channel because I want to cater to more normal people. that have acne, that have the red skin like this Holmes girl has. And, you know, that's the norm. We don't all have perfect skin like Juicy Jazz and Kelly Strack and Babs Beauty. And I just don't think it's fair to put that out there that, you know, my skin's perfect, but I put makeup on it anyway. If I had perfect skin like they did, I sure as hell would not be wearing no freaking makeup. Okay? And I do have pretty decent skin. And I get compliments all the time. Your skin's so glowy, it's so flawless. I hate when you wear makeup. Da 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 da. Okay, but I like doing makeup. It's my job, it's my business, Beauty by Brittany. It's what I love to do, it's how I make money. So I clicked on that video and I was just shocked. And so the product that she used to cover all of that redness was what I used, which I don't have any redness, but it's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. And I have mine in F2, which was, we're coming out of summer, but it was too light. I probably should have got like F4, F5. But I bronzed it up with the iconic London, the huge bronzer that I got in my BoxyCharm, which is amazing. And then I used their Conceal and Define concealer also. And I used C5, which is more of my color. And so far, so good. I like it. I don't use a lot of liquid foundation because of my skin being oily. I use powder foundations. I find that they work and they last a lot better. I just am a powder foundation girl. I love powder foundation. This Haley's Beauty, their new concealer, the Rewind, amazing. I just got this too. It's amazing. I've been using that for a while, but I haven't made a video on it yet because I'm trying it out first. But yeah, we need more people to, more makeup influencers to come out there with their oily skin. Honestly, I love having oily skin because guess what? I don't look 32. And that's why, because my skin is preserved in so much oil. And I've been told that so many times. People are like, you're 32, you don't even look like you're over 22. You look like you're 19. I get it constantly, and that is why, because I have oily skin. I love having oily skin. Yes, I hate dealing with it, but I'm also licensed esthetician in skincare. So I do all the right skincare steps, and I know niacinamide and salicylic acid and everything. Zinc is good for oily skin, so I know what I'm doing as far as that. But yeah, so thanks, Holmes girl. That's just what I'm called. I don't know. I can get my laptop out then, but I don't know what her first name is. Casey Holmes is her name. I looked it up on my laptop. Can you see it? Back there with all my other makeup. And we got a new background. My kids wanted those glow-in-the-dark stars that when you shut off your lights, it looks like you have a universe on your ceiling. So I ordered these off Amazon for like $10, $13. And it came with any size star you can think of. Big ones, medium ones, tiny, tiny ones that are like pin dot. It came with this huge moon. It came with unicorns and fairies. It is so sick. When you shut off the lights, it looks corny because it's pink and it doesn't look real. But when you shut the lights off, it looks like a real moon because you can see the black, the darker parts. You can't see that it's pink, obviously. And we have a finished basement, and we don't have any, we have a bedroom in our finished basement and then outside of the bedroom is like the laundry room and the pool table and like the hangout with the couch and everything. It's finished, carpet, everything. In our bedroom, we don't have any windows. So when I turn the studio lights on, I have like 5 different lights in here plus the ring light. It obviously charges all of the stars. There's windows, you know, out in the basement area, but not in this bedroom. And the ceiling, I don't know if you can see it, but it's so cool because there's an overhang right here that I can touch, and then the ceiling over here gets bigger. So this room is just like the dopest room ever. And you know, out in the regular part of the basement is where I do all my clients for homecoming, for dances. If I have a wedding that's in the area, they'll come here to my studio. If not, I travel and do their makeup at their venue. But I do prom, I do date nights, I do any parties, events, makeup, anything like that. But the next couple of months are extremely vital because it's Halloween. So I'm going to be doing like the leopards and the deers that everybody wants. But so Casey Holmes, and I started watching Brianna Fox too. They aren't, I don't know if they're like up and coming. Like I know Kelly Strack and Juicy Jazz, they have been in ads for like Haley's Beauty and stuff. Babs Beauty, I know, is like kind of up there because they get stuff sent to them. But Brianna Fox and Casey Holmes, I don't think that they're high up there. I mean, they're bigger than me, obviously. But they're just more relatable. And I'm not saying that Kelly Strack and Juicy Jazz and Babs Beauty aren't relatable, because they are. But I just feel, especially with Kelly Strack, I feel like the farther up she gets, the less original, the less relatable she is. I can't relate to getting tons of makeup and PR and free makeup and having Colourpop and codes and all these people calling me. I just can't. And most of the people watching her can't relate to that either. So that's why I made my own channel, and that's why I started watching other people. It's not that I don't like her. I love her personality. She's so sweet. Juicy Jazz, amazing. Babs Beauty, amazing. She's very relatable, and so is eyebrows quick. Juicy Jazz. And I always use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and my Jeffree Star eyebrow. And I just use this to fill in like the really sparse spots. Like my eyebrows are very thick, but they're sparse up here. So I just fill it in. I use it to fill in. And then I'll take a pencil and I'll do the front of it more so that it's more precise. But I love this dip brow stuff because it's so, you can move it around a lot better than using a pencil, I think. Okay. Now that eyebrows are done, let's get into this palette, Neon Gaze. And like I always say, our 5 main brushes. I'm going to get into my first fluffy brush and obviously go into my first transition shade, which is Drive. I'm going to dip into that, tap off the excess, grab a mirror since you guys, I don't have that set up yet. I'm not rich enough. And I'm going to, and I did put primer on my lids too. But I'm just going to go on the brow bone here. And just brush that on. And I'm going to do the same to this eye, obviously. And you just go right on the brow bone. That's what this brush is for. That's why it's so fluffy, because it just disperses everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to take my next size, which is the next smallest fluffy brush. I'm actually going to use this color switch thing and just take off some of the previous color, because I did a video using the brand new Ofra palette. It had this bright yellow color in it that I made sunset eyes out of, and I had got so many comments about it at the store the other day. But then I'm going to take, honestly, I think I want to take this Future shade that looks like a shimmer, but it's not. It's a matte with a little bit of glitter in it. It's called Future. And I'm just going to take that, and after you do the crease, you just go down a little. So you go into the crease a tiny bit, pretty much like this. And you just sweep that across, and it'll darken your crease, or whatever, you know, whatever look you're doing, really. And it'll do it with some glitter too, so that'll look cute, if the glitter even shows up, because sometimes when you're using glitters with mattes like that, they don't show up. I can see it a little bit. It's cute a little bit. It's not going to be like a shimmer because it's a matte, but that's really cute. So it looks super cute. You guys probably can't see, but there's a little shift of shimmer in there. And then, to further darken it, I'm going to take my next smallest brush. It has pink on it. I'm going to take that pink off with my color switch, which I actually got in a BoxyCharm. And I'm going to go into Beats. They all have a little bit of shimmer to it. And I'm going to darken that crease a little bit more than it already is. And this brush will fit right into the crease. So that's why I do what I do the way that I do it, because each brush is a step into creating your eye look. So you go fluffy brush, middle fluffy brush, and then fluffy crease brush. And I just take it down here into that V and create a more defined smoky eye. And it just fits right into that crease. And that's why I do what I do. Perfect. And it just darkens it a little bit. Nothing now, crazy. I'm going to take the neon shade called Glow Scape. I'm going to take my a little pencil brush. And I'm just going to dip into it. Oh my gosh, look how bright that is. Holy moly. And I'm going to go in the lower lash line. You could put it in there, but that is cute. It doesn't show up on there. but and that is cute. And I did put a little bit of eye primer, and I have a gel liner that will use for the waterline too, so that'll help a lot. That is cute. And the lower lash line like that, I think personally. It's not a look for everybody though. And you can also put it, we can put it in the crease too. But because it's so translucent like it is, it might not show up that great. Oh, it does. Good. Good. That's what I wanted. You really want it to pop. That looks amazing. Amazing. I love it. I cannot get over how good that looks. Like, I am impressed. Like, that looks so amazing. That is so freaking cool. Now I want to take, I think I'm going to take this blush and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to put it on my cream blush brush. I have one for cream and one for powders. And let's apply it. You just smile. See, they're very buildable. I thought I was going to get carried away, but they're so buildable. I love them. And you just, honestly, I don't like going right on to the skin because you never know. We can. But you just never know sometimes. So that's why I'm like, ooh. But just build it up. That looks so good. I love blush, so I always put a lot. But if you ever go crazy, I always take my Dragon Beauty. What is this? The Transformation powder. And it really brightens up whatever you do. So if you ever get out of hand, which I didn't, but I just like to make sure that my lines here and here to the side are good. So I just take that powder and just make sure my lines are good so that, you know, it doesn't look like your blush is just going, which that's what I do with my blush. I just take it the whole way. I go the whole way across my face so it looks like the sun naturally hit me, which is what you're supposed to do. But this blush that I got from BoxyCharm, I've been using this every day. I absolutely love that blush. So that's that with the blush. And I always go back at the end and add more. But let's try this neon liner and see if that makes the bottom pop even more. That's amazing. Look at that. That is insane. I love this look. I'm gonna spray it because of all the powders and stuff. Actually, I'm gonna put another round of powder just on the blush part since we didn't powder that yet, really. In the nose, because I baked, I just didn't go through with all the powder. And then forehead. And I don't take a lot. I just take enough to set all that cream and liquid down. And then I don't know what gloss to do actually. And I have this from Zoeva too that I kind of want to use. I love my KKW beauty pen too. You know, let's use this Zoeva lippy to line. It's not really a liner, but it's for the lips. So I'm just gonna line and overline. I always do because my top lip is super small. My bottom lip is decently normal. So I always overline, I don't care. This is like the main thing that I do. If nothing else is done, I make sure that my eyebrows are done, which we didn't set yet, so that's why that's flying away, but my eyebrows and my lips always have to be done before I leave the house. And then let's go for a dark. Let's take Room Service, the Colourpop Luxe Velvet Gloss, and smack that on. Oh, beautiful. Now, let's take Morphe's Continuous Setting Mist and just spray that so we don't lose any of our beautiful, flawless. And then, last but not least, I got this in an Ipsy as well. It's the Florence by Mills Brow Setter. So I've just been using that. I usually use the NYX, the glue, whatever the heck it's called, the glue. It looks like a super glue, a tiny little super glue bottle. It's so cute. But I always fluff them up because mine, they're so long, just to keep them at bay, and this will keep them at bay. And then I'm gonna do, see how they just fly away like that? I mean, I like it a little fluffed up here and flying, but not too much. Then I'm gonna take that highlighter Let's take this highlighter and see what this does in the new Colourpop. And I'm going to put it on my brow bone, which I always do. Oh, that's pretty. It doesn't look subtle in the pan, but when you put it on, it definitely goes on subtle. I thought it was going to be like this crazy bronzy orange, but putting it on, it's not. And then your cheek. It's more of like a cream formula. It's definitely not powder. Cupid's bow. Yeah, it's just like a light. It doesn't matter how much I push my brush into that. It's just a very light kind of glow that you can barely see it. It's like you think it's going to be dangerous, and then you stick your brush in it, and it's like, girl, I'm not dangerous. It's very buildable, which I'm not used to with highlighters that I use. I use ones that are like, girl, you're done. It's like one shot, you're done. But this one is very, see, I'm digging into the pan and it's still like barely touching my brush. It's very buildable. But it's so pretty, especially for fall. Look at that. It's just a very subtle bronze. Okay, now we are going to take this Act Natural that everyone's flipping out about. I'm going to put this on our lashes. I like this mascara a lot. Look at that. I didn't have lashes before. I mean, I have already big lashes. These aren't falsies. I have a whole basket. I have a whole drawer of false lashes. I just don't have the time to mess with them and put them on. And I don't need them because my lashes are already huge. But this, oh my gosh, that's insane. Look at that. And that's 2 coats. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I know what everybody was talking about with this mascara, because it's facts. Colourpop Act Natural. Those are pretty. This is amazing. This is an amazing look. Like, I'm dead right now. This is probably one of the best looks I've ever done. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got some ideas. Any questions or comments, just leave them down below and let me know what you want to see next. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. We got our September BoxyCharm unboxings and our Ipsy glam bag unbaggings. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching Beautify Brittany, and have an awesome day, guys. Bye.